If you haven't yet seen my free-to-play team video, including this new Goku, check it out. The link is down below in the description. That's not just a plug. This Goku is pretty awesome, and the team was really fun. Some of these characters, like Vegeta, Trunks, and Rose particularly, are characters that are actually really solid. So check the video out. Link is down below in the description. Now, those other characters have way higher limit breaks and higher stars is what that means, but Goku doesn't. And why is that? Because Goku's not available to get. Short and sweet. He's not available to get there yet. You can't really do it. Now, there is some caveats. So unlike those other characters where they put the event up for co-op and things like that, actually the literal last free character they put a co-op up for, and I don't know if they won't do that for Goku in a week, but currently there's no co-op for Goku. 18 is still ran there. Again, maybe in a week, who knows? But Goku is tied specifically to his event, and this is something I don't think they've done in an extreme amount of time. So the event is very short, very sweet. When you complete this stage, you actually unlock Goku here, and he'll also have missions that are kind of tied to him a little bit. We'll get to those in a second. But what you're really focusing on is this stage that's a once per day stage. This stage will drop 7-hour and 23-hour versions of adventures. Now, what I did personally was when I played that stage, I went over to run the adventures, then I hasted them so they could get done instantly, right? That's more or less what I did. But that is it. There is no other method to getting Z power for Goku currently. There is no full power battle. There probably will be sometime soon, but there isn't currently a full power battle, which would be this event. You know how they're still running the 18 stuff. That's basically it. So it's all 18 stuff still. There is no co-op. There's nothing else in terms of getting Z power for Goku. Now, best practice when it comes down to it is using, for that specific once a day stage, using certain characters. As you would imagine, we'll talk about that in just a moment. But I want to go ahead and take a look at the adventures here, or excuse me, missions here tied to the Goku. They also didn't put any Z power here either. These are actually standard missions that you see with free characters, but they didn't give any Z power, they didn't give anything else. It's just energy, basically. So this is a really old style event. I'm curious about this Goku's age. Not the kit itself, but they might have actually drafted this Goku in his event a long time ago, because it's a very old style. In fact, I haven't seen the adventure one. I don't know in a long time. So anyway, speaking of adventure, we need to go in and take a look at it. And these are the characters to use for the adventure. It's basically Frieza Saga, but there are some specifics, such as you probably guessed, using the new Ginyu Force is the best thing you could do. These characters here, winning battles with bonus ability characters in your party increases the amount of 7-hour job requests that drop. It doesn't matter if they're not battle members, as long as this character is in your party, the effect will activate, and you are getting +2. So what does this mean? It means that you're going to get twice the Z power, basically, in half the time. So if you have all 3 of these characters, you're getting 6 more. So throughout, what was it? What did they give me? They gave me 8 or 9, and I was able to get Goku to 3-star off of that, including the 23-hour one. So ultimately, you're going to get more of these 7-hour ones, and they were dropping, you know, in drops of like 18 or 20, things like that. So that's more or less how that looks. But yeah, so ultimately with those Ginyu Force characters, you're going to get twice as much of these, which means you can, especially if you haste, you can run back to back pretty easily. You don't have to really wait that 7-hour period. But there is no like real legitimate pay to win way to do this, aside from literally owning these characters, which is not a surprise because that's typically how the game functions. Down here, there's also a little bit of a note for other characters here. So we see right here, depending on your adventure party, you get a higher chance of success. So, hey, aim for higher chances of success. Use characters that match the following conditions for the adventures and watch your chances of success skyrocket. Now, this is something I did not do. I actually went in, I might have. I'm not sure. I don't think I did, though. I think I just grabbed a couple of characters because I was in a hurry to try to get it done, thinking I can get more. Didn't realize it was a once-a-day thing. Anywho, when you go to run the adventures you got, when you go to run them, you are going to want to run them with Frieza Saga characters. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get the extra chance at having a higher success rate, which means you will get extra drops. So, to reiterate, currently there is no method for getting Goku other than adventures. If you want to wait a week, that might actually be beneficial if you don't care for this method. I mean, really, I think what they're trying to make you do is do this once a week, and or once a day for like a week, and then next week they'll probably run co-op or full power battle, most likely full power battle. And I don't really know what they're doing with co-op, but anyway, they'll run one of those, and that'll kind of help you out. I saw some people that like this method more than the co-op method because they just don't want to play co-op. Is that you? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm like not a big co-op guy, but I didn't really mind playing a few times a day. It just is what it is. But even then, I still don't always complete them. So that leads me to my final point. If you don't actually complete them, during the anniversary, they kind of changed full power battle to now drop these medals, and these medals are actually really, really good. What these medals and tickets do is they allow for you to exchange for specific characters that are free to play. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the exchange shop just to show you really quick before we dip. So what the point of this part of it is that like in the future, I don't know when in the future, because the most recent free character, at least going based off of order, it looks like is the blue trunk. So it's going to be a while, but eventually in the future, you can exchange for bulk amounts of Z power. So last little thing is, if you really just aren't in a hurry, you really just don't care, you can wait an immense amount of time. Now, the downside to waiting is, again, it's going to take a while. Second side of that is that the Goku may be needed for some content. He may be one of the best characters to take to some of the events, like the Sizzling Boot Camp. I haven't even touched that yet. Things like that are going to be impactful for this campaign that we are running. And you're also going to get him at a time where he's outside of the boost period. So if you try to use him, he's not going to be good at all. Things like that. So ultimately, I would recommend getting him now. So anyways, guys, that's the conclusion. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, check out the Goku in action. The video was clickable on the screen, and I'll see you there.